Good morning, everybody. This is Tom from Talon Guitar Works doing a video I didn't want to have to do. Hopefully, it will elicit some change in the pipeline at Fender Musical Instruments Corporation to make this process easier on my customer or some future customers. So, if you remember, a customer of mine, John Green, brought in 2 Fender Custom Shop guitars, Strats, for restrings just before he went on the road with his band. And one of the Strats didn't have a COA, and he asked me if I can get it. So I took the first Strat that did have a serial number. I went on Fender's new website for their serial number Lookup and typed in the serial number, and it came up with a picture of the guitar and the spec sheet. Amazing. Fender, double thumbs up. Great job on that. Second guitar just had number 8 of 30 stamped on the neck plate. So I called Fender's customer relations and talked to a very helpful gentleman on the phone who sent me an email telling me how to take pictures of the guitar so it could be authenticated and that they would send a COA once they looked at the photos. So I took all the pictures of the guitar, didn't charge John for them because he's a good customer. I did not also publish the photos on YouTube because I hate counterfeit and forgers. Hate them. So the next morning I get an email back that goes, whoa, that guitar there is a custom shop guitar and you're going to have to pay $75 for the COA. Okay, that's fair. You had to print out the COAs. They're colorful and all that stuff, and they're on good stock of paper and everything. And somebody's got to do it, and you have to pay them. So, okay, postage. John says, yeah, do it. I say, how do I pay you? Fender says, whoa, not so fast. First, he has to take the guitar an hour and a half south to Naples, Florida, to a guitar shop down there that's a Fender service area. I'm not throwing shade at this shop. They're a victim of location. They probably do a great job. But he's got to take it there, and if they can't do it while he waits, he's got to make 2 trips down there. So that's 2 3-hour round trips to get a COA of the guitar from pictures that Fender already has, that they identified the guitar as a custom shop and he would have to pay $75. Are you following me with this one? So yesterday evening I had the 3rd person I talked to from Fender Consumer Relations call me up and explain this process to me, and she kept going back to its policy, which tells me there's a bureaucrat in there someplace that's saying this is the only way we do it. Now, in a world where people are screaming about carbon footprints and cow farts, you're going to say, yeah, it seems reasonable that somebody should have to drive 3 hours round trip to get pictures taken and sent to us that we've already identified as one of ours. Now, this may pretty much deny me from ever becoming a Fender service area, but I got to say, if this is the way the warranty system works, I may not want any part of it. Let's face it, I'm going to work on Fender guitars whether I'm a service center or not. I already do. I have Fender guitar parts behind me on the bench. Guys, it's not that. Now, Mr. Mooney, the CEO of Fender, in your interview, you said you did a lot of things coming up the corporate ladder that were against the grain and probably should have got you fired, but you wanted to be an innovator. Here's your chance, man. You're doing a lot of great things with the company. But there's a choke point in here where you're holding custom shop owners hostage. Now, I agree with you. There should be some security involved, and I've had security clearances for a couple dozen years from my former career. But I was also an out-of-box thinker. And I do know the famous last words of a lot of manufacturers and companies were, but we've always done it that way. Take every case on its own merit. If you have the photographs of it and you could confirm it, push it through. You already told me you had more information about my customer than I did because you came back and told me John's middle name that I never knew. I'm not going to out you on YouTube, John. You're safe. But that's where we're at. So, Mr. Mooney, please look into this. Get this thing fixed. You guys are doing great things at Fender. I own a lot of Fender guitars. I put together a lot of Fender guitars. I work on a lot of Fender guitars. I have more Fender amplifiers than one human should be allowed to have. However, we got to look at this one. This one's it's got to hit the make sense meter to be good. So remember, this is Tom at Talon Guitar Works. Only half my ideas are any good. Maybe this video was a bad idea, but hey, I'm telling it like it is, and I'll speak truth to power. It doesn't matter. Bye.